Gentlemen, the topic of today is, listen to this topic. It's worthy that you came here tonight, because the topic is one of the most important topics that we can study in our life. And what is that? רבי נחמן מברסלב היה אומר, אין מקרה בעולם הזה כלל וכלל. Before I'm going to explain what is the topic and what Rabbi Nachman said in English, I will share with you a story. It was this rabbi that got invitation to a wedding. He got invitation to a wedding. And the rabbi looked at the invitation. It happened to me as well. He doesn't recognize, not the chatan, not the kala. Not the parents, nobody in the invitation he recognized. So, but the rabbi said, you know many people I know. Maybe I know them and I don't remember. So he had to go, not to embarrass, to give kavod. He's going into the wedding, he's looking. He doesn't know the chatan, he doesn't know the kala, he doesn't know the guest. Nobody over there. The rabbi said, what's going on here? This is really mistakes. He's about to leave the weddings, and the kala, the bride said, Kvod Rav, where are you going? He said, well, I don't know you. I feel stranger, I don't know nobody. I'm leaving. The kala said, Rabbi, not only that you know me, because of you I got married in a Jewish wedding. So the rabbi said, okay, I approve this message. Okay, I'm accepting the blame. But how come? I don't even know you. She said, Rabbi, 3 years ago, she was working, how do you call it, in library? Sifriya. Library. She was working in library in Israel, and not in America, library in America. And she saw this rabbi is coming in, and he's holding the books, and he's reading, he searched for something, and in between he had a sandwich. And after he finished the sandwich, no. Moshe, close the door. In between, he made Birkat Hamazon Yudah. And he said, Al tatzirchenu, we said in Birkat Hamazon, right? Al tatzirchenu, לא לידי מתן בשר ודם, ולא לידי הלוואתם, כי אם לידך המלאה והפתוחה והרחבה. We bless it, we ask in Hashem, please, make sure that we're not going to need no one, and we're not going to need any even loan. We want you. We want you to be the one. We want you to give us the blessing. And עד שלא נבוש ולא נקלם ולא נקשן לעולם ועד. Now, gentlemen, if you know our Siddur, the word לא נקשל never appear. It doesn't appear in our Birkat Hamazon. So this woman is looking at the rabbi and said, Rabbi, I mean, I'm not religious, but in my house, my parents was very makpidim, very meticulous to say Birkat Hamazon. And they never said the word לא נקשל, that we're not going to fall down. That one they never mentioned. Where exactly you have it in your Siddur? The rabbi was looking, and he said, you're right. Even in my Siddur it doesn't mention. Give me a time and I'm going to tell you where exactly I find it. Give me your address. He took the address of the woman. 2 weeks later she get envelope. What is the envelope? Siddur. And in that Siddur, very unique Siddur, they said, שלא נבוש ולא נקלם ולא נקשר. She said, Rabbi, you don't understand. And that day when I got the Siddur, I told you before when you saw me, I was not religious. I used to date a goy. And the goy told me, enough is enough. Either we get married or either I leave you. I'm giving you 1 week until Tuesday exactly. If on Tuesday you don't make decision, I'm breaking the wedding. So I prayed to Hashem and I said, you know what, God? באמת, I don't really mind to get married with the Jew goy. But if you're going to give me a sign that not to do it, I will not do it. And on Tuesday when she have to make the decision, the Siddur came, and what the Siddur said? שלא נקשל, that we're not going to fall down. That we're not going to fall. She said, Rabbi, I left the goy. I got married with the Jew only because of you. Now you understand why you are invited to this wedding? You know what Rabbi Nachman Breslev said? Is no coincidence in this world. Everything is divine providence. And I will prove you, for so many proofs, how everything that happened in our life is a message to us. is a message. And this is the topic today. Nothing happened to you, happened for you. You hear the difference? Nothing happened to you. Rabbi, why happened to me? Why bad things? No, no, no. Happened for you. God designated. Anything that you see in your life happened to you. Listen to this story. And in a second we're going to get into the parasha. Yuda, the wife of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbanit Chaya Mushka, she was driving when she was old to Long Island. In Long Island they have a park. They have a park, beautiful park, in order to relax. She was old. On the way back, she have this driver. His name is Alberstein. He's the driver of the Rabbanit. On the way back, they drove all the way back to Kownitz. It was traffic. One of the street, I don't know, maybe accident or something. So she went in from a different road, different street. She's driving in the different street, and what did she see? She see a moving company with the police guy with the moving company taking furniture out of the house. She continued to drive, and then she asked the driver, "Excuse me, can you go back? Can you make U-turn? I want to go to see what exactly happened." So the driver said, "Rabbanit, why do we need to go back?" She said, "My father teach me that anything that you see in life is a message to you. So if I saw it, it's not coincidence. Maybe God wants to tell me something." She went back and she sent the driver to ask the police guy what exactly happened. And the police guy said, "Listen, my job, I came from the court. This family for 6 months didn't pay rent and they have no money. And my job is that we have to throw them out of the street. And we just taking the furniture." And the driver asked, "That this family is a Jew?" "Yes. They are a family that came from Russia. For 1 year they had no jobs. So they rent a house, but they had no money." So the Rabbanit asked the driver, "How much money are we talking?" So the owner of the house was there. He said the price, few $1,000. The Rabbanit opened the checkbooks, she wrote the price, and she gave it to the guy. And the policeman tell the driver, the moving company, "Bring back the stuff, bring back the stuff." So why? So somebody already paid for the debt. Now, the message of the story is not that she paid the money. That's what most of us going to do anyway. We are Jews, we have mercy heart. Our heart, we're all going to help in such a case. The fact that she went back and she understand that she saw something that's a message to her, this is what? אין מקרה בעולם הזה כלל וכלל. It's no coincidence. You know what the greatness of Mordechai? You remember the story with Mordechai and Esther? Mordechai and with Purim, with the miracle of Purim. Gentlemen, Nathaniel, what is the message of Mordechai? What is the message of Mordechai? I will tell you what's the message of Mordechai. Mordechai went and he heard this Biktan Vaterish speaking against the king. Now, I will be honest with you, that king was not righteous. He was not better from Haman Rasha. Some said he was even worse. Some Mefarshim said that he was a Rasha completely. So why Mordechai save him? He took Esther HaMalka to his house. Vatilakach Baal Korcha. He forced Esther to come there. So why Mordechai saved Achashverosh? Because Mordechai asked himself a simple question. How come I know this language? How come I bump into these two people? Why they spoke next to me and why they spoke against Achashverosh? Maybe it's a message that God wants to tell me. My job is to save Achashverosh. You hear that? We're going to pass through. We're going to hear such a news. Listen, you know what? They're speaking about Achashverosh. Who cares? Let them die. This Rasha. He is the one that signed to kill the Jews. What Mordechai said, no. It's no coincidence. If I bump into so many things, most likely God is talking to me. And God tell me a message. And what's the message? I have to change. What is the message? I have to save Achashverosh. This is the topic of... You know what? I will tell you how far. It was a rabbi by the name Toldot Yosef. He went to become a student of the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh. Listen to that, gentlemen. In the middle, when the rabbi is talking with the student, he's talking to him Divrei Torah, and a goy knocking on the windows. He's knocking the windows. So the rabbi opened the window. He said, yes. He said, Rabbi, do you have anything broken or anything that you need to fix? So the Bashem Tov said, no. Anything that we have to fix, we fix. And anything that we broken, we already throw. The goy insists and said, Rabbi, if you're going to look good, you're going to find it. The rabbi stopped and he started to look and he finds something broken. And he gave it to the goy. And he told the student, I'm sorry that I stopped to speak with you, but God gave me a message to this world. Many times we believe that we are perfect. Many times we believe that we fix ourselves. Come, they go and tell you, no. If you're going to look good, you're going to see that you still have to fix yourself. That you still have broken items that you need. You still have items. It's a message of God that God tried to convince to all of us. The student said, Rabbi, you know what? I accept anything. But a goy that will give you a message, that one I don't accept. A goy teach you a message? The rabbi said, yes. Even when a goy is talking to you, it's divine. Even if a goy come to rebuke you, it's divine. That student went out in the street and a goy had a broken wagon. He said, Rabbi, can you help me? The Toldot Yosef, the student said, no, I'm old. I cannot help you. You know what the goy said? Rabbi, don't tell me you cannot. Tell me you don't want it. Because if you want it, you definitely can come and help me. The rabbi went and he helped him and he said, you see, even a goy can give me a message. This is the message of tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing happened to you. Everything that happened in our life is a message to us. From now, every time you're going to go in the street and you're going to see something, you're going to realize that this is a message of God. The Ramban writes, listen to the word of the Ramban in a beautiful way. שאין לאדם חלק בתורת משה עד שנאמין שכל דברנו ומקרנו הם ניסים ואין בהם טבע. הכל בגזירת הבורא ברוך הוא. A person, in order to fulfill, in order to have part in Torah Moshe, you have to know that nothing happens, is no nature. Nothing is nature in our life. The Rambam said, if you believe that this is nature, you lose your share to Olam Haba. You have no connection with the Almighty God. This is what the Pasuk said in our parasha. והלכתם עמי בקרי, והלכתי אף אני עמכם בקרי. You must mean בקרי? Yuda בקרי meaning coincidence, במקרה. Don't tell me that this is מקרה. When something happens in your life, when a certain obstacle, when business is going tough, when shalom bayit, when you don't find shidduch, when it's difficult to find shidduch, when there's no children, you have to realize, gentlemen, that is no coincidence. You have to do teshuvah. God is talking to you. It's not because of the business, that's not because you don't understand the business. No. Don't claim that this is bikeri במקרה. אין מקרה בעולם הזה כלל וכלל. אוריאל, it's no מקרה. It's all divine. We have to remember that everything that happened in our life is divine providence, meaning השגחה פרטית, until the last drops. Anything that happened is a message that God tried to convey. You know, the Chafetz Chaim, a student came from China to visit the Chafetz Chaim in Radin. And the Chafetz Chaim asked him, so how is China? You know what he said? It was just a hurricane in China, and thousands of people died. Maybe 20 to 30,000 people died, and the business went. So the Chafetz Chaim said, we have to do teshuvah. The student said, Rabbi, what? I didn't say Jews die. Chinese people die. What do we have to do with us? He said, I'm going to ask you questions. If I'm going to go in Radin and I'm going to speak in Yiddish, you know Yiddish? If I'm going to speak in Yiddish, who am I speaking to? The Goyim or the Jews? Who am I speaking when I speak with Yiddish? To the Jews or to the Goyim? Jews. Why? Radin have 5% Jews, 95% goyim. If I'm going to stand up in the middle of the street and I speak Yiddish, who did I speak to, goyim or Jews? Why? 95 goyim. Because only Jews speak Yiddish, right? Beautiful. He said when his incident in the world, God is talking to us. You know why? Because the goyim anyway is going to say it's coincidence. No, this is nature. Because of that, the only one that understands the message of God is Jews. The only one that understands the message of God is Jews. When anything that happened in our life is a message for God, from God to us, to each one of us. I will tell you how far. I will tell you. This is what Chazal said, Penei Adur kepnei hakelev. You know that in the end of the generation, we're gonna have in the end of the generation, if you can ask Nathaniel to make a few pictures. In the end of the generation, we're going to have our face of the face of the generation is going to be like the face of the dog. What exactly we have to do with dogs? Why Yonatan, Chazal, our sages compare us to dogs? Why dogs? You know why dogs? Because in our generation, when something happened to a person, it's like a dog. You know when you beat a dog with a stick, when you give a stick to a dog, who that the dog is upset? On the owner or on the stick? Foolish, why are you upset with the stick? The stick didn't do nothing. Be upset with the owner. Our sages said, don't be like a dog. When something happened to you, don't be upset with the items. Understand that God is talking to you. God is giving you a message. And that message we have to remember. How beautiful. And this is what Chazal said in our parasha. En mafsikim baklalot. You know, our parasha is a very difficult parasha to swallow. A lot of courses you can find in our parasha. It's a very difficult parasha. And the sages said you don't stop. You read all of it in one time. But in Parashat Kitavo, also courses, also courses, you don't do, you know what you do in the parasha? You can stop in the middle. Why? Our parasha is talking about plural. And the parasha of Kitavo talking individual. What is the difference? Very simple. You know that they said, Mizmor leDavid bevarcho lifnei Avshalom beno. The Satmar Rebbe said, Mizmor leDavid bevarcho. David HaMelech was singing when his own child chased him. Avshalom. Why do you sing? Why do you don't cry? Listen to this explanation. This is the first time that you hear such explanation. Okay, listen to this explanation. God can punish a person in two different ways. One way nature-wise, the other way not nature-wise. I will explain. A person can die in old age, this is nature-wise, or a person, God forbid, can die in a young age. When a person dies in the age of 20, everybody is doing teshuvah. When a person niftar in the age of 90, 100, thank God, it's all good, you know, nature, right? This is what's happened. You can lose the money nature-wise. What's mean nature? You put an investment and you lost all the investment was bad. Or you can lose your money when somebody stole it. If somebody stole it, you're going to do the teshuvah. But if you lose it nature-wise, what are you going to say? No, this is nature. Everybody loses the money at the same time. You see, when the tzibur have a problem, when the whole community have a problem, what do we say? It's nature. We don't wake up. But when individual have a problem, we do teshuvah. Come David HaMelech and said, if a slave was chasing me, if mamzer will chase me, I'm going to say it's nature. But my own son is chasing me, I have to do teshuvah. Mizmor leDavid bevarcho lifnei Avshalom beno. God is talking to me. Why? This is against nature. Now we understand. I will conclude by saying this way. Rabotai, the job of Amalek, Asher karcha baderech. You know what means Asher karcha baderech? Asher karcha not only make you cold. You know, many times you come in after Shiur Torah and you get all excited, and the job of Amalek is to make you cold. But there's another job. No. The job of Amalek, Asher karcha, is to give you explanation, is nature. No. It's not for you. It's the nature. This is the nature. You make accident is a nature. Nature. A flat tire is a nature. Anything that happened in our life is a nature. לא תלכו עמי בקרי. God said, don't go with nature with me. Because I'm not nature. I'm above nature. You have to remember that. This is the job of Amalek. I will tell you how much. It was this guy from Canada that was driving from Canada every week or every second week from Canada to do a business in New York. My uncle also used to do it many times. Listen to the story. He was driving all the way, he got next to Washington. For some reason the road was empty. Nobody drove. Now usually in the morning or at night it's empty, but it's not completely empty. For the whole day he's driving a few hours and everything is empty. On the way he used to hear Shurei Torah. He said, I have to listen to the radio because it's very strange that the road is empty. He put 10 rings. He put 10 rings and he's listening. What did the radio said? Is a snowstorms, huge snowstorms on the way. Now we understand why everything is empty. So he said, in order to prepare, I have to go to find a place to sleep right away. I'm going to sleep and tomorrow I'm going to drive. So he's looking for a place. He went from one hotel to another hotel. All the place is full. So he asked in the hotel, can I find a place? He said, yes. They have a, how do you call it, a older home. Go to the older home, maybe you're going to find a place over there. He went into the older home and he asked, tell me, do you have a place for me to sleep? They said, yes. Somebody died today and his room is empty. Go and sleep in his house, in his room. Pay us $50, $100 and go and sleep. He went and sleep. He's sitting down in the room. What did he find? Chumash, Halacha. He said, most likely this guy that died is a Jew. So in the morning when he wake up, he came into the place. He said, listen, did you bury this guy? He said, yes, we're planning to bury him next to the church. He said, next to the what? Next to the church. What's my church? This Christian. He said, yes. But this guy's a Jew. So how do you know? I said, I saw Chumash. I saw Shulchan Aruch. I saw. So he went right away to the priest. He said, how can you bury a Jew and it's not good for you also? He said, so what do you want me to do? Do you have any Jewish place? There's no Jewish cemetery here. He said, I'm taking responsibility. Give me a few hours, I'm taking responsibility. He made few phone calls. He realized, now he didn't have money. The guy was lonely. He was a lonely person, no wife, no children, and he had no money. He died like that. He's calling, he figured out that in Washington, D.C., they have a cemetery that is a free service if you don't have money, for Jews only. Listen to that. It's a free service. He called the cemetery, he made connection with the priest, they sent the authorization, the police gave him authorization, the priest, the hospital, he took the body. He's taking the body all the way to Washington, few hours, 2 hours, he's coming into Washington, he brings the paper to the guy, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe, the guy from the cemetery faint. Now this guy felt so bad, he thought maybe it's his father, his grandfather, Rahmat Kunam. Why he faint? He wake him up. 20 minutes later, they put water. They wake him up. He said, what, is your father? He said, no, my father is alive. Your grandfather? He said, my grandfather is also alive. So why you faint? He said, they don't understand. This guy, 30 years ago, was one of the richest guys in Washington, D.C. And he is the one that sponsored this service. He is the one that paid the service. That if anyone die lonely with no money, he will always have a place to bury, and all the payment is already paid. And he use his own service. Ladies and gentlemen, the portion of the week is teaching us. When you're going outside and you see accident, when you see somebody falling down, when business is not going good, when life is going obstacle, God is talking to you. And is no coincidence in this world. It's all divine providence. You lost a flight. You made exit that it was coincident. Exit by coincidence. God is talking to you. Why are you getting upset? Now you're getting upset with your wife, with your children, with the driver. You are a blind driver. Who gave you license? Hashem is talking to you. God is giving you a message. Stop yourself and ask. The same way that the wife of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbanit Chaya Mushka, when she saw this guy leaving the house, she said, Hashem is talking to me. I need to understand what is the message. And because of that, she saved a family. Everything that happened in our life, nothing happened to you, happened for you. Let's not be like the goyim that blame. You know that our sages said, listen to that, and with that I'm going to conclude. When God chose Malach HaMavet, when God chose the angel of death, when He chose him to do his job, the angel of death didn't want to accept the job. He said, I resign. What when you resign? You didn't even work. You didn't even took one soul. Why you resign? He said, because I'm afraid everybody's going to hate me. The Midrash, right? Listen to this Midrash, beautiful Midrash. The Midrash said, God told them, don't worry. Nobody will ever blame you. And until our very own days, when somebody died, what did they say? It's because of the age, because of the accident, because of the cancer, because of this. Nobody ever said this Malach HaMavet, right? Nobody said the angel of death. No, they blame anything except to blame the only person that we're supposed to blame. Rabotai, let's not be like the goyim, blaming the whole world. Everything that happened to our life is a message to us. I will end by saying, nothing happened to you, happened for you. Thank you very much. Rabbi Asher Vaknin אומר,